The 4 R of marriage. My name is Olusegun Mokuolu. There are 4 R's that you must know to have a successful marriage. We are not going to go into detail in this video because it will require a teaching, a time of sitting down to teach it. But I will give you an overview because many people go into marriage without understanding these 4 R's of marriage. There is the R of romance. There is a romantic side of marriage. There is a reality side of marriage. There is a responsibility side of marriage. And there is a reward side of marriage. If you understand this, if you learn this before you go into marriage, at least you will have been well prepared and fortified for marriage. The romantic side is the part that most people focus on. The pre-wedding picture, the love, the making love, sitting together, wearing the same clothes. That's the romantic side of marriage. That's what most people see. Calling themselves pet names, all of those things. But I tell you, if you want to, in percentage, that's just like 1% of marriage. There is a reality of marriage. When you get into the house and it is you and your husband, as a man, you have to deal with the fact that every month your wife is having menstruation. That's the reality of marriage. Some men become easily irritated with this. I heard of a man that left his marriage because the wife, he saw blood on the bed. And then he said the wife will fart at night. Can you imagine? He couldn't deal with the reality of marriage. You see, when we see each other from afar, we are so beautiful, we are so lovely. But when you get into the marriage, you will see your spouse soaking dirty pants. You will see yourself how you really, truly are. Not the type that you've been fronting or your spouse have been fronting all along. You will have to deal with many real issues in marriage. You will discover that a man cannot just from morning to evening just be having sex. You will discover that the same man that look as if all he wants is sex, he just get to a point he can't have sex. You are dealing with the reality of marriage. You will also get to a point where you will discover that this man wants or this woman wants a lot of sex. There are so many realities you are going to face. When you watch movies, the way they portray sex, two people, the actors and the lady, they will just begin to kiss and then they will have a great sex, then they will sleep off. In married, people don't have sex like that, usually. Usually, people will first of all look for a cloth to spread on the bed before they come to have sex. When they are done, they usually clean up. So it's not like the romantic idea you have that they will just hold each other. I'm telling you the reality of marriage. Then there is the responsibility of marriage. Many people are not prepared for responsibility of marriage. Marriage is work. From the moment the two of you are together, marriage is work. Some men, they were never prepared for that. Your wife gets pregnant, you have to take her to antenatal care. If she's sick, you've got to be there for her. You've got to take her to the hospital. You can't just be living your life. You've got to show that care. Your children's school fees will be there. And that's why, please, have the number of children you can cater for. Don't just have children for the sake of having children. Because you have to deal with the responsibilities of marriage. Rent has to be paid. Bills have to be paid. You will be facing a lot of responsibility to the point that if you are not careful, it will even affect your relationship with each other. Like I said, we are not going into details. But then there is the reward of marriage. When you get these three, the first three, when you get those 3 R's correctly, there is a reward, a good reward in marriage. You will see that the two of you will be like a well-oiled machine. Your marriage will thrive. Your marriage will be a blessing. People will come and learn from you. It will be glorious. However, if you don't get those first 3 right, the reward you will get will be negative. It will be divorce. It will be separation. It will be frustration. It will be pain, betrayal, adultery. You see, there will be reward. So never forget those 4 R's in marriage. The romantic side of marriage, the reality side of marriage, the responsibility side of marriage, and the reward of marriage. My name is Olusegun Mokuolu. Please keep in mind that the scripture says, husband, love your wife as Christ loved the church. If you want to get marriage right, ultimately, it must be by the scriptures. God bless you.